Good day, everyone. Wow, it is so wonderful to see so many friendly faces out there. Thank you for being here. You know, I have a confession to make. I'm standing here, in front of all of you, holding a glass of, well, let's be honest, it looks like someone liquefied a swamp. It's green. It's speckled. It's vibrant. And if you had told me 10 years ago that I would not only be drinking this voluntarily, but that I would be passionate about it, that I would be standing on a stage encouraging other people to drink it, I would have laughed. I would have politely, but firmly, said, no thank you. I'll take my chances with the donut. But here we are. And today, I want to talk to you about a simple, delicious, and frankly, revolutionary act. A daily act that has the power to transform your energy, your health, your skin, your mood, and even your relationship with food. I'm talking, of course, about the humble, the mighty, the life-changing, green smoothie. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. I can see it in your eyes. You're thinking, oh, here we go. Another health nut trying to take away my joy. Another person telling me to eat my kale and be happy about it. Or maybe you're thinking, I've tried green smoothies. They tasted like lawn clippings mixed with regret. And I hear you. I really do. But this isn't about punishment. This isn't about a diet. This isn't about deprivation. In fact, it's the exact opposite. This is about abundance. This is about giving your body the most incredible, delicious, nutrient-dense fuel it could ever ask for. This is about discovering a daily ritual that makes you feel so good, you'll actually want to do it. So, let's embark on a journey together. Let's dive deep into the glorious world of green smoothies. We're going to talk about the why, the how, and the oh my gosh, this actually tastes amazing. We'll bust some myths, we'll share some secrets, and by the end of this, I'm hoping you'll be as excited to get home and fire up your blender as I am to be standing here with mine. Let's start with the biggest question of all, why? Why go through the trouble of washing, chopping, blending? Why not just eat a salad? Why not just take a multivitamin? Well, my friends, let me paint you a picture of what's going on inside your body right now. Think of your body, and I want you to really visualize this. Think of it as a high-performance vehicle. Not a rusty old jalopy, but a sleek, sophisticated, incredible machine. That's you. That's every single person in this room. You are a marvel of engineering. Now, for years, many of us have been filling this high-performance vehicle with, well, let's call it suboptimal fuel. We've been running it on sugar, on processed flour, on artificial ingredients, on caffeine and stress. And our incredible, resilient body does its best. It sputters along. It gets us from point A to point B. But we wonder why we feel that 3 p.m. slump. We wonder why our skin is dull. We wonder why we can't quite shake that brain fog, why our joints ache a little, why our digestion feels, well, let's just say it's not something we'd write home about. What a daily green smoothie does is it hands your body the premium, high-octane, rocket fuel it has been starving for. And I use the word starving deliberately. You can be overfed and undernourished at the very same time. You can eat a whole bag of chips and feel stuffed, but your cells are still crying out for vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and phytonutrients. A green smoothie is the ultimate delivery system for those nutrients. Let's break down the first and most obvious benefit, the sheer, undeniable, almost magical power of dark leafy greens. We've all been told since we were kids, eat your greens. But did we ever really understand why? Spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens, these aren't just food. They are nutritional powerhouses. They are nature's most concentrated source of vitamins and minerals. Take vitamin K, for example. 1 cup of raw kale contains over 600% of your recommended daily intake of vitamin K, 600%. What does that do for you? vitamin K is essential for bone health. It's not just about calcium. Vitamin K is the director that tells the calcium where to go, into your bones, where you want it, not into your arteries, where you don't. Or let's talk about vitamin A, crucial for eye health, immune function, and beautiful skin. It's abundant in greens. Folate? It's one of the most critical B vitamins for cellular repair and DNA synthesis, and it's found in massive quantities in spinach. But here's the problem. To get the benefit of those nutrients from a salad, you would have to chew. And chew. And chew. You'd need to mechanically break down the tough cellular walls of those fibrous leaves to access the goodness inside. And let's be honest, how many of us are eating a full pound of raw kale for breakfast? Not many. This is where the blender becomes your best friend. A high-speed blender does what our teeth cannot. It literally explodes the cell walls of the greens, releasing every last bit of nutrition in a form that your body can absorb almost immediately. You are not just eating spinach, you are unlocking its very essence. You are making the nutrients bioavailable. Imagine trying to eat 5 cups of spinach, 2 stalks of celery, a handful of parsley, and a piece of fruit. You'd be chewing for an hour. But blend it with some water or coconut water, and you can drink it in 5 minutes. You're consuming a volume of nutrition you simply couldn't eat whole. It's efficiency. It's smart eating. That's benefit number 1, unlocking the full, bioavailable power of dark leafy greens without needing the jaw strength of a heavyweight champion. Now, let's move to the second major benefit, and this is one that hits close to home for so many of us, digestion. I want you to think about how you feel after a heavy meal. You know the one, the big burger, the fried food, the rich pasta. What happens? You feel sluggish. You feel heavy. You might feel bloated and uncomfortable. Your body is diverting a massive amount of energy to your digestive system just to try and break that food down. It's like your internal engine is working overtime, and everything else, your energy, your focus, your mood, gets put on the back burner. Now, imagine the opposite. Imagine a drink that is pre-digested. Because that's what a smoothie is. Your blender does the first step of digestion for you. It breaks the food down into a slurry that moves through your system with grace and ease. But it's more than just ease. The greens and fruits in your smoothie are packed with fiber. And we need to talk about fiber, because it is the unsung hero of human health. There are 2 types, soluble and insoluble. And your green smoothie delivers both in spades. Soluble fiber acts like a sponge. It absorbs water and helps to gently move things along, but it also does something magical. It binds to cholesterol in your gut and helps to escort it out of your body. It helps to stabilize your blood sugar by slowing down the absorption of sugars into your bloodstream. That means no more dramatic spikes and crashes. No more 3 p.m. energy dip where you feel like you need a nap and a candy bar just to survive. Insoluble fiber is like a broom. It sweeps through your digestive tract, keeping things clean, regular, and moving smoothly. When your gut is happy, your entire body is happy. There is a direct connection between your gut health and your immune system, your mental health, and even your skin. When you start drinking a green smoothie every day, one of the first things people notice is, well, let's just call it improved regularity. And they notice a reduction in bloating. That heavy, sluggish feeling starts to fade. Your body isn't fighting to process food, it's effortlessly absorbing nutrients. You feel lighter, not just physically, but energetically. Which brings me perfectly to benefit number 3, energy. Real, sustained, natural energy. We live in a culture that is addicted to stimulants. We wake up and reach for coffee. By mid-afternoon, we're reaching for soda, or another coffee, or a sugary energy drink. We are constantly chasing a high, only to crash and burn, only to chase again. It's a vicious cycle that wreaks havoc on our adrenal glands and our hormones. A green smoothie breaks that cycle. When you start your day with a nutrient-dense smoothie, you are providing your body with a steady stream of fuel. The natural sugars from the fruit are released slowly, thanks to the fiber. The flood of B vitamins from the greens supports your body's own energy production pathways. The iron in spinach helps your red blood cells carry oxygen more efficiently to your brain and muscles. You're not getting a jolt, you're getting a gradual, sustained, all-day lift. People who commit to a daily green smoothie often report that they stop craving their second or third cup of coffee. They wake up feeling more rested. They have the energy to exercise. They have the mental clarity to focus. They're not just surviving their day, they're thriving in it. I remember a friend of mine, a busy mom of two, who told me that before she started her smoothie habit, she would hit a wall at 2 p.m. every day. She'd be so tired she could barely help her kids with their homework. She started having a green smoothie for lunch. 2 weeks later, she called me, practically shouting. She said, "I don't hit the wall anymore. I just keep going. I have energy to play with my kids after school. I made it through a whole day of errands and didn't feel like a zombie." That's not a coincidence. That's nutrition. Benefit number 4, glowing skin. And let's be honest, who doesn't want that? We spend billions of dollars globally on creams, serums, facials, and makeup. We try to fix our skin from the outside in. But your skin is your largest organ. And it is a reflection of what's going on inside your body. If your internal system is inflamed, if your liver is overworked, if your gut is unhappy, it will show up on your skin. It will show up as acne, as dullness, as eczema, as premature aging. A daily green smoothie is like an internal beauty treatment. It's an infusion of antioxidants. Antioxidants are your body's defense against free radicals, those unstable molecules that cause oxidative stress and accelerate aging. The chlorophyll in greens is a potent detoxifier. It helps to cleanse the blood and support the liver, which is your body's primary filtration system. When your liver is happy, it doesn't have to push toxins out through your skin. The vitamin C in the fruit and greens is essential for collagen production. Collagen is the protein that keeps your skin firm, plump, and elastic. The healthy fats from things like avocado or flax seeds that you add to your smoothie help to nourish your skin from within, keeping it hydrated and supple. Give yourself a month of daily green smoothies, and you will start to see it. People will ask you, "What are you doing?" You're glowing. And you can smile and say, "Oh, just drinking my swamp water." It's the ultimate beauty hack, and it costs a fraction of what you'd spend on high-end skincare. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you, weight management. I was hesitant to bring this up, because I don't want this to be about diet culture or restriction. But the truth is, for many people, a daily green smoothie is a game changer when it comes to finding a healthy, sustainable weight. And here's why it's different. It's not about deprivation. It's about satiety. It's about crowding out the bad stuff with so much good stuff that you simply don't have room or desire for the things that don't serve you. Think about it. When you have a nutrient-dense, fiber-rich, satisfying smoothie for breakfast or lunch, you are giving your body exactly what it needs. You're stabilizing your blood sugar, which means you won't experience those intense cravings for sugar and refined carbs later in the day. You're giving your body the signal that it's well-fed and nourished, so it can stop sending those frantic hunger signals. Instead of focusing on what you're not eating, you're focusing on what you are eating. You're adding in a massive amount of nutrients. You're adding in hydration. You're adding in fiber. And as you do this consistently, you'll notice that your cravings shift. That bag of chips doesn't call your name the same way. That sugary dessert starts to feel unappealing because your body has tasted what real, vibrant fuel feels like, and it wants more of that. It's not about restriction, it's about transformation. Your palate changes. Your appetite regulates itself naturally because your body is no longer malnourished. It's a gentle, sustainable path to feeling good in your own skin, without counting a single calorie. Okay, so by now, I hope I've convinced you that this is a good idea. But I can almost hear the next wave of objections forming in your minds. And I want to address them head on. Objection number 1, but I don't have time. I get it. We're all busy. Mornings are a circus. But here's the thing, a green smoothie is probably one of the fastest, most efficient meals you can make. We're talking 5 minutes, tops. It takes longer to wait in line at a coffee shop. It takes longer to toast a bagel and spread cream cheese on it. The key is preparation. This is where the magic of prepping comes in. On a Sunday afternoon, or whatever day works for you, spend 20 minutes. Wash your greens. Chop a bunch of bananas into chunks and freeze them in a bag. Wash some berries and freeze them. Portion out your spinach or kale into individual baggies. Then, in the morning, all you have to do is dump a prepped bag of greens into the blender, add a frozen banana, a splash of liquid, and whatever else you want. Blend for 60 seconds, pour into a travel cup, and you are out the door. You've just consumed more nutrition than most people do in an entire week, and it took you less time than brewing a pot of coffee. Objection number 2, but it sounds expensive. This is another great misconception. Let's do the math. A single green smoothie might cost you around $2 or $3, depending on the ingredients. Compare that to a $10 lunch from a fast food place. Compare it to the cost of coffee, a breakfast sandwich, and a mid-afternoon snack. A green smoothie is a fraction of the cost. And when you consider the long-term savings, fewer doctor's visits, less money spent on energy drinks and processed snacks, less money on beauty products to fix problems that start internally, it's one of the most cost-effective investments you can make in your health. Plus, you're buying whole foods, which are almost always cheaper than their processed counterparts. Objection number 3, but it tastes bad. Ah, the big one. And this is where I'm going to let you in on the secret to a delicious green smoothie. The secret is the ratio. A bad green smoothie is one that's all greens and no fruit. A good green smoothie is one that's balanced. Think of it this way, you're using the fruit as a vehicle to deliver the greens. The classic ratio that works for almost everyone is 60% fruit to 40% greens by volume. And here's the golden rule, frozen bananas are the secret weapon. A frozen banana is nature's ice cream. It adds creaminess, sweetness, and a thick, milkshake-like texture that completely transforms the experience. If you use a frozen banana as your base, you can add a huge handful of spinach, and spinach has a very mild flavor, and you will barely taste the greens. You'll taste a sweet, creamy, delicious treat. From there, you can experiment. Add a handful of frozen mango or pineapple for a tropical twist. Add a tablespoon of almond butter for healthy fats and a nutty flavor. Add a knob of fresh ginger for a little zing. Add a handful of fresh mint. Add a scoop of vanilla protein powder or a tablespoon of cacao powder for a chocolatey version. We're going to do a little interactive part here. Raise your hand if you've ever had a bad green smoothie. Pause for audience response. Right. And now, raise your hand if you've ever had a delicious, creamy, sweet smoothie that just happened to be green. That's what we're going for. Let me give you a foolproof starter recipe, one that I use to convert even the most skeptical among you. I call it the gateway smoothie. You'll need 1 large frozen banana, peel it before you freeze it. A lesson I learned the hard way. A big handful of fresh baby spinach. Not kale, to start. Spinach is milder. Half a cup of frozen mango or pineapple. A splash of unsweetened almond milk, coconut water, or just plain water. A tiny pinch of sea salt. Trust me on this. A pinch of salt enhances sweetness and balances flavor. Blend that until it's smooth. Pour it into a glass. Taste it. That's not a punishment. That's a tropical smoothie. That's a treat. And you just got a massive dose of vitamin A, vitamin C, iron, calcium, and fiber. That's the gateway. From there, you can start to evolve. You can swap spinach for kale. You can add celery or cucumber. You can experiment with superfoods like spirulina or flax seeds. But start with the gateway. Make it delicious. Make it something you look forward to. Now, I want to shift gears for a moment and talk about something a little deeper. Because the benefits I've listed, the energy, the digestion, the skin, those are all physical. But there's a psychological benefit to this practice that is just as profound. When you make a commitment to drink a green smoothie every day, you are making a statement. You are saying to yourself, I am worth taking care of. My health matters. My future matters. It's a daily act of self-care. It's a moment you carve out for yourself in a world that is constantly demanding your attention. It's a ritual. In our chaotic, fast-paced lives, having a simple, healthy ritual can be an anchor. It can be the one thing you do consistently for yourself, no matter what else is going on. And there's a ripple effect. When you start your day by doing one positive thing for your health, it creates momentum. You feel good about your choice, and that feeling empowers you to make another good choice later. Maybe you choose to take the stairs instead of the elevator. Maybe you decide to go for a walk. Maybe you're more patient with your family. You start to see yourself as a healthy person, and that identity shift is incredibly powerful. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about giving yourself the gift of nourishment, day after day. Now, let's talk about how to make this sustainable. Because the goal isn't to drink a green smoothie for a week and then quit. The goal is to integrate this into your lifestyle in a way that feels effortless and joyful. Here are my top tips for green smoothie success. 1. Invest in a good blender. You don't need a $500 machine, but you do need something with enough power to pulverize leafy greens. A weak blender will leave you with a gritty, chunky mess. A good blender will give you a silky smooth, creamy result. It's an investment in your health, and it will pay for itself in no time. 2. Embrace the freezer. Frozen fruit is your best friend. It's often frozen at the peak of ripeness, so it's actually more nutritious than fresh fruit that has been sitting on a truck for a week. And it eliminates the need for ice, which can water down your smoothie. Keep your freezer stocked with frozen bananas, mango, berries, and peaches. 3. Master the order of ingredients. To get a smooth blend without jamming your blender, always put your liquids in first. Then add your soft or powdery ingredients. Then add your greens. Then add your frozen fruit on top. This creates a vortex that pulls everything down into the blades. 4. Don't be afraid of variety. The biggest mistake people make is drinking the same smoothie every day until they get bored. Variety is not just the spice of life, it's also the key to getting a wide range of nutrients. Rotate your greens. One day use spinach, the next day use kale, the next day use a mix with some romaine. Rotate your fruits. Add different superfoods. Keep it exciting. 5. Make it a meal. A smoothie should be satisfying. If you're having it for breakfast or lunch, make sure it has staying power. Add a source of healthy fat like avocado, almond butter, or a tablespoon of coconut oil. Add a source of protein like hemp seeds, chia seeds, a good quality protein powder, or Greek yogurt. A smoothie with just fruit and greens is a great snack, but a smoothie with fat and protein is a complete, balanced meal that will keep you full and focused for hours. 6. Be kind to yourself. There will be days when you don't have a frozen banana. There will be days when you're out of spinach. That's okay. Use what you have. Maybe it's a berry smoothie with some cucumber. Maybe it's just a simple fruit smoothie. The goal is consistency, not perfection. And if you miss a day or a week, don't beat yourself up. Just start again. The blender is always waiting, non-judgmentally. Before I wrap up, I want to acknowledge something. I know that making a big change can feel daunting. I know that starting a new habit requires energy and focus. But I want you to imagine something with me. I want you to imagine waking up in the morning without the fog of fatigue. Imagine your digestion running like a well-oiled machine. Imagine looking in the mirror and seeing skin that has a natural, vibrant glow. Imagine having the energy to play with your kids, to excel at your job, to pursue your passions. Imagine feeling a sense of calm and clarity because your body is no longer inflamed and stressed. This is not a fantasy. This is not reserved for celebrities or health gurus. This is available to every single person in this room. It is available to you. And it starts with one simple, delicious, daily choice. It starts with putting some greens in a blender, adding some fruit, and pushing a button. It's not about deprivation. It's about addition. It's about adding so much life, so much vitality, so much nourishment into your body that the things that were holding you back naturally fall away. So, here is my challenge to you. My friendly, engaging, I believe in you challenge. Starting tomorrow, or even today, I want you to try it. Don't commit to a year. Don't even commit to a month. Just commit to 1 week. 7 days. Try the gateway smoothie recipe. Or find one that appeals to you. Just make the commitment to yourself to drink 1 green smoothie a day for 7 days. Pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to your energy levels. Pay attention to your digestion. Pay attention to your cravings. Pay attention to your mood. I am confident that by day 7, you will feel a difference. You will feel lighter, brighter, and more alive. And that feeling will be its own motivation to keep going. You are the most important project you will ever work on. Your health is your greatest wealth. And it doesn't require a radical, painful overhaul. Sometimes, the most profound transformations come from the smallest, most consistent actions. A daily green smoothie is one of those actions. It's a quiet, powerful revolution that happens one sip at a time. It's a toast to your own well-being. It's a celebration of the incredible, resilient, magnificent body that you have been given. So, let's raise a glass. Whether you have a green smoothie in your hand, or you're just raising an imaginary one with me, let's toast to new habits. Let's toast to vibrant health. Let's toast to you. Here's to your health, your energy, and your beautiful, glowing future. One delicious, green sip at a time. Thank you.